Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speedy Global News. I'm Peter.
And I'm Polly. For those new to our podcast, welcome aboard. Every day we bring you the latest updates from the world of business, technology, health, and inspiring success stories to keep you informed and motivated.
That's right, Polly. Whether you're commuting to work, hitting the gym, or just want to stay ahead of the curve, we've got you covered with bite-sized insights that matter.
And today, we're diving deep into something that's quietly revolutionizing how we handle money: artificial intelligence in financial business. Peter, I have to ask, have you ever had your credit card declined at the worst possible moment?
Oh, absolutely. Picture this. I'm at a coffee shop in New York trying to impress a client, and my card gets declined. Embarrassing, right? But here's the plot twist. It was actually my bank's AI protecting me.
No way! What happened?
Well, just minutes earlier, someone in London had tried to access my account. The AI spotted this impossible travel pattern. How could I be in New York and London simultaneously, and instantly froze my card?
That's incredible. So that embarrassing moment was actually your digital bodyguard working overtime.
Exactly. And that's just one tiny example of how AI is transforming finance. Polly, you know what amazes me most?
What's that?
Most people don't even realize how much AI is already working behind the scenes in their financial lives. Every credit card transaction, every loan application, every investment recommendation, there's probably AI involved.
It's like having a super smart financial assistant that never sleeps, right? But Peter, let's start with the basics for our listeners. What exactly is AI in finance?
Great question, Polly. Think of it this way, Polly. Traditional banking software is like following a recipe exactly. If this, then that. But AI is more like a chef who tastes as they cook and adjusts.
I love that analogy. So instead of rigid rules, AI learns and adapts.
Precisely. Let me give you three key types. First, there's machine learning. It's like teaching a child to recognize patterns. Show it thousands of fraudulent transactions, and it learns to spot the next one.
Okay, that makes sense. What's the second type?
Natural language processing. That's your bank's chatbot that actually understands when you ask, "Why is my account overdrawn?" instead of just matching keywords like the old systems.
And the third?
Reinforcement learning. Imagine training a video game AI to play chess. It makes millions of trades, learns from wins and losses, and gets progressively better.
So it's basically learning by trial and error, but at superhuman speed.
Exactly. And here's what our listeners need to understand. This isn't science fiction anymore. Polly, want to share that crazy statistic about fraud detection?
Oh, yes, PayPal's AI systems stop $6 billion in fraud annually. $6 billion, Peter. They've learned that you probably don't buy electronics at 3 a.m. or suddenly start shopping for luxury goods in countries you've never visited.
It's like having a friend who knows your spending habits better than you do. Speaking of which, let's talk about where AI is actually making money in finance.
Perfect. Let's start with fraud detection, our digital bodyguards. Peter, remember that example you shared about spending patterns?
Oh, the grocery shopping one. Yes! So traditional systems might flag any transaction over $1,000, but AI thinks differently. It says, this person usually spends $50 on groceries on Tuesdays at their neighborhood store. Today, they're trying to buy $500 worth in a different city. Something's fishy.
It's so much smarter. And what about credit scoring? That's changing too, right?
Dramatically. The old way was simple. You have a 650 credit score, here's your interest rate. But AI looks deeper. It might say, you pay rent on time, shop at budget stores, and consistently save money monthly. You're actually less risky than your credit score suggests.
That's huge for people who might be underserved by traditional banking.
Absolutely. Companies using AI approve 30% more loans while actually having lower default rates. It's a win-win.
Now, let's talk about something that sounds scary, but is actually fascinating: algorithmic trading. Peter, help our listeners understand this without terrifying them.
Right, it does sound intimidating. Here's the thing, Polly. While you and I are having this conversation, AI trading systems have probably made thousands of trades. They read news headlines, analyze social media sentiment, and execute trades faster than we can blink.
Faster than we can blink? Really?
Hey, we're talking milliseconds. But here's what's cool. They're not just fast, they're smart. They can spot patterns across global markets that no human could possibly track simultaneously.
And what about personal finance AI? I know our listeners are probably wondering how this affects their daily money management.
Great point. Apps like Mint and Personal Capital use AI to be like that financially responsible friend we all need. They might tell you, hey, you spent 40% more on dining out this month. At this rate, you'll overspend your budget by $200.
It's not just tracking, it's predicting and preventing bad financial decisions.
Exactly. It's like having a financial coach in your pocket. Now, let's share some real success stories. Our listeners love hearing about companies that are actually winning with AI.
I've got a great one. JP Morgan Chase and their document reading AI called Coin. Peter, this blew my mind when I first heard it.
Tell our listeners about it.
So, JP Morgan's lawyers were spending 360,000 hours every year just reading and analyzing loan documents. That's like 173 people working full-time just on paperwork.
That's insane. What did they do?
They created Coin, an AI system that reads and analyzes these contracts in seconds, not hours. The result? They saved 360,000 hours, which translates to over $50 million in costs.
That's the power of AI. Not replacing lawyers, but freeing them up to do more strategic, high-value work.
Exactly. And here's another inspiring story. Ant Financial in China. Peter, this one's about financial inclusion.
Right. So the problem was massive. Over 1 billion people worldwide couldn't get loans from traditional banks. No credit history, no collateral, no access.
How did AI solve that?
Ant Financial's AI looks beyond traditional credit scores. It analyzes smartphone usage patterns, shopping behavior, even social connections to assess creditworthiness. They've now provided microloans to over 200 million people who were previously excluded from the financial system.
That's incredible. Technology actually making finance more inclusive rather than more exclusive.
But Polly, we need to be honest with our listeners. AI isn't all sunshine and success stories. There are real challenges and risks.
You're absolutely right, Peter. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, bias in AI systems.
This is crucial. If you train AI on biased data, you get biased decisions. Amazon famously scrapped their AI recruiting tool because it discriminated against women. In finance, this could mean unfair loan denials based on zip codes or shopping patterns that correlate with race or gender.
So the AI isn't inherently biased, but it learns from biased human data.
Exactly. Garbage in, garbage out. And then there's the black box problem. Sometimes even the programmers don't know why the AI made a specific decision.
That sounds terrifying from a consumer perspective. Imagine being denied a loan and the bank saying, the computer said no, but we don't know why.
Right. And let's not forget about privacy. AI needs your data to help you, but that same data could be misused. It's like giving someone the keys to your entire financial life.
There's also the speed issue, isn't it? Sometimes AI can move too fast for its own good.
Oh yes, the flash crash of 2010. AI trading systems caused $1 trillion market drop in just minutes because they all reacted to the same signal simultaneously.
It's like giving a Formula One car to a new driver. Incredibly powerful, but it needs careful monitoring.
Perfect analogy. Now, let's get practical. Our listeners are probably wondering, this sounds great, but how do I actually implement AI in my business or use it in my career?
Let's start with small business owners. Peter, what's your advice for someone with a limited budget?
Great question. First, I always tell people to start with a data audit. What customer data are you already collecting? Is it clean and organized? What specific problems could AI solve for you?
And then what?
Start small. Try Stripe Radar for fraud detection. It costs just 5 cents per transaction. Use QuickBooks AI for expense categorization or test Zendesk's AI chatbot for customer service.
What kind of budget are we talking about here?
You can start meaningful AI implementation for $100 to $1,000 per month. The key is to measure everything. If AI saves you 10 hours per week at $50 per hour, that's $26,000 in annual value.
That's a fantastic ROI. What about college students or people just starting their careers?
For students, I recommend starting with free resources. Take Andrew Ng's machine learning course on Coursera, download real financial data from the Federal Reserve's FRED database, and start with Python and free Jupyter notebooks.
And then build a portfolio of projects.
Exactly. Build a simple stock price predictor, create a personal expense categorizer, try some Kaggle financial prediction competitions. Document everything on GitHub and write blog posts about your learning journey.
Peter, I think we need to address some myths about AI that might be scaring people away.
Absolutely. The biggest myth I hear is AI will replace all financial advisors.
What's the reality?
The reality is that AI handles routine analysis and number crunching, while humans provide emotional support, complex planning, and relationship building. It's augmentation, not replacement.
What about the cost myth?
Right. People think you need millions in funding to use AI. The reality? Many AI tools start at $10 per month with pay-as-you-grow pricing.
And the AI is always better than humans myth.
AI excels at pattern recognition and processing massive amounts of data, but it struggles with unprecedented situations, emotional intelligence, and creative problem solving.
Speaking of reality checks, we should mention regulatory compliance, right?
Absolutely. In finance, you can't just deploy AI and hope for the best. There are serious rules around fair lending laws, data privacy regulations like GDPR, and explainability requirements.
What's your practical tip for businesses?
Always involve your legal and compliance teams before deploying AI in customer-facing applications. It's better to be slow and compliant than fast and sued.
Wise words. Now, let's look ahead. Peter, what excites you most about the future of AI in finance?
Hyper-personalized banking. Imagine your bank app knowing you want to save for a vacation before you even consciously decide. It analyzes your search history, spending patterns, and life events to predict your financial needs.
That's both exciting and slightly terrifying. What else?
Voice-enabled finance is coming fast. Picture saying, "Hey Google, can I afford this car payment?" and getting an instant, accurate analysis of your entire financial situation.
And blockchain plus AI?
Smart contracts that automatically adjust loan terms based on market conditions and your financial health. It's like having a loan that evolves with your life circumstances.
Incredible. Okay, Peter, let's wrap up with action items. What should our listeners do after this episode?
For students, this week, enroll in one free AI or machine learning course. This month, complete a financial data science project. In the next 3 months, apply for Fintech internships or AI-related finance roles.
And for business owners?
Today, identify your biggest financial pain point. This week, research 3 AI solutions for that problem. This month, start a pilot project with one AI tool. Then, measure ROI quarterly and decide whether to scale or pivot.
I love how actionable that is. And here's homework for everyone listening.
Right. Pick one AI application we discussed today. Research 3 companies offering that solution. Compare their pricing, features, and customer reviews. Then, share your findings with us on social media.
Before we wrap up, Peter, what's your key takeaway for our listeners?
Here's the bottom line. AI in finance isn't about replacing human judgment. It's about amplifying it. The question isn't whether AI will transform finance. It already has. The question is whether you'll be part of that transformation or get left behind.
I love that. And remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every successful AI implementation started with someone asking, "What if?" Your financial future might depend on the AI decisions you make today.
Start small, start now, but start. The future of finance is being written by those who understand both money and machines.
Make sure you're holding the pen.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Speedy Global News. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into AI and finance.
Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode with someone who could benefit from it, And hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest updates on business, technology, health, and success stories.
Tomorrow, we'll be back with fresh insights to keep you ahead of the curve. Until then, stay curious, stay informed.